Hey guys, welcome back. As you see, we are in the nursery that I never gave y'all a finished video for because it's not finished. More importantly, my baby is here. She's back there and I am taking full advantage of nap time so I can tell y'all about how I was in labor for 33 hours. Yes. Now, I know I did not talk about it here, but on my TikTok, I mentioned how I have been planning to self-induce and do things so that I could go into labor naturally. And then with the preterm labor, I thought that would be so easy. So everything happened the complete opposite way that we thought that it would happen. So on December 27th, my doctor came back in town. And I had my regular 37-week, scheduled appointment. We get in the appointment and she tells me that my fluids are still low, which has been a problem for a few visits now, but nothing that was critical. So this time it was serious. She's like, okay, do you want to induce tonight? Or, we can schedule it out for a couple of days. I freaked out. I was like, I need to call my husband. And luckily he was like on his way to the appointment and in the parking lot. So he comes in and we're like, okay, well, at this point it's 4:30 on a Thursday and you're asking me if I want to be induced that night. I'm like, I need a little bit of time. We need a little bit of time. So we go home. We decided to schedule the induction and she let us know that she would email us with the induction time. So she does that. She does email us with the induction time, and it's for Friday at 4 p.m. Mind you, this is Thursday night. So Friday at 4 p.m. So we're like, okay, cool, let's get all our stuff together. Let's pack our bags. We're mentally locked in, right? We locked in. Y'all, why does the induction get delayed? Literally Friday at 2:30 or something, we are in the line for the car wash. We're like, we're going to get some food. And if you're in Austin, we went to Rolling Rooster. So I was eating good, okay? Fried catfish, like chicken wings, we was eating good, okay? We were on our way to get food because Rolling Rooster is right next to the hospital. So we can just do it all. We can do it all. We are in the car wash. We're like, we're gonna wash the car before, you can't have the baby coming in, so dirty car, whatever. They call us and they're like, hey, we need to push your induction back. A lot of women are in labor. Okay, I'm trying to be in labor too. I want to be one of those women. But they're like, we're going to call you. You're high on the priority list because your doctor said your fluids are low. All of this is accurate. I should be high on the priority list. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. They're like, it could be tonight. We go home and stay up and wait. We waiting by the phone. Nothing happens. I call the hospital at like 11:30, maybe 12. And I was like, hey, that list, where are we on it? Is there an app? Like, where are we on the list? They're like, we don't know. We will maybe call you tomorrow at like shift change, which is 7 a.m. But there's so many women in the hospital and none of them are having the babies. So all of these women go into labor and they ain't having the baby. So now I delaying having my baby like that. I don't like it. I don't like the way that works. I'm not a fan of the system. I don't know, maybe that works best for them. But she also did say something about being understaffed, and I don't know. I don't know how that works. I have different thoughts about that. So we're gonna move along. So we go through whatever we gotta go through. On Saturday, we're like, okay, well, we might as well just eat. We don't know when it's gonna be. I start freaking out because I'm like, my baby got low fluids. How long is she gonna be okay in there with low fluids? Like, what are the risks? I'm crying. I'm calling my doctor. I called the hospital back. One lady, I don't know who this girl was, and I can't remember her name, but she dead ass told me, yeah, delays could go for a couple hours or to like weeks. Ma'am, I don't have weeks, and it's December 30th, December 31st. I don't even have time, okay? Like, we need to wrap this up. The show must go on. We have to keep going, okay? So I'm like stressed. So Bryce at this point is just trying to like calm me down. He's like, it's not gonna help if you're stressed on top of other stress. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. So we go to get like food and wings. Bryce has a margarita, rightfully so. If I could drink, I would be doing the same at this point, like stressful. So we get home from going out to eat and I'm settled, I'm calm. I'm like, you know what, it's just gonna happen when it happens. I've already come to terms that I am not going to get my tax write-off. I am not going to meet my deductible. I'm gonna have to start that shit over in the new year. And most importantly, I ain't having my baby right now. So I've come to terms with that. I'm coloring, I'm on FaceTime with my best friend. And all of a sudden my phone rings. It's like 5:46 something. And they're like, hey, we have a room for you. Go ahead and like eat dinner and then make your way here. So in my head, I had already eaten dinner. Those chicken wings I just had were my dinner. So I was good. So I'm like, I'm gonna take a shower and we're gonna be on our way. Baby, if I could go back in time and tell myself to eat a bunch of shit, I would. Because I didn't eat again for 33 hours. 33 hours, okay? So we get to the hospital, we get signed in, we get our paperwork done, and they're like, your doctor wants you to be induced by the balloon, which if you don't know anything about like birth or inductions, you don't even want to know, okay? But I'll give you a little brief rundown. So the balloon is something that they insert into you and then they fill with fluids, and it basically acts as the baby's head and makes your cervix dilate to a certain point. The balloon that I heard about, they leave it in and they'll check it in a couple hours. They put this balloon in and said, your doctor said it stays in for 12 hours. My doctor tried to get me to get this balloon with no pain medicine. She's like, you'll do fine. Glad I didn't listen to that. Give me the drugs because that shit hurt. Apparently something was going on with my cervix. My cervix was in the bag. Now here's the thing. I had pain medicine and then I also had the balloon in, and I was able to get up and go to the bathroom because I didn't have an epidural yet or anything like that. Why does my bladder get full and the balloon blocks my bladder and now I can't go to the bathroom? I can't go to the bathroom, okay? I just really want to focus on that. I can't go to the bathroom. So I have the pressure of my bladder, and then I have the pressure of the balloon because when I went in, I was already 2 centimeters dilated, 50% of face. 50% of face. That wasn't enough. They was trying to give me the 5. I get it. Pitocin's doing its thing. Like we're knee deep in induction land, okay? But not being able to go to the bathroom, the pressure was real, okay? At this point, I'm trying to make it to the balloon comes out before I get the epidural because I don't want to waste it. And I know that it starts to wear off. I've heard stories, okay? The balloon is supposed to come out at like 9. I'm thinking 9 sharp. They're like, no, bitch, 9:50. I'm feeling super defeated. Bryce said I sound like a ghost haunting the halls. Like I'm moaning and groaning it. To the women that have their children naturally, more power to you. To the women that have multiple children, more power to you. Won't be me, okay? It's like early 9, and I'm like, you know what? Where's the guy with the epidural? I need it, because I'm not going to make it. Literally felt like I was about to pass out and die. So I get the epidural before they take the balloon out, which is not what I wanted, but whatever. And I feel like a new person immediately. Numbing shots kicked in. I was like, oh, that's the epidural? I ain't feel a thing. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling groovy. I'm a new person. My husband got his wife back because I wasn't saying shit. I ain't have a joke to crack, a smile, nothing. I'm feeling real good. And I'm like, okay, cool. We finna wrap this up. You know, we doing stuff. It's going good. They upped my Pitocin. And then after they upped my Pitocin, they were like, oh, okay, like you're dilating more. Things are looking good. They're progressing. 4 o'clock comes and we start changing positions. So I go to my side and they're like, oh, she doesn't like that. Let's put you back on your back. Like something happened with her heart rate and she started to get stressed out. And so she just didn't like it. She knows what she likes, okay? I don't blame her. So we go back to a regular position. I'm dilating good. I'm sitting up. I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. They give me Jello and like apple juice. Oh, I had like soup broth. That shit made my stomach hurt. I sit up and they're like, okay, this is 4 o'clock. You should be having the baby soon. Like, it looks like, you know, you're progressing at a good rate. We should be able to, you know, keep going. We are like 6. We almost to 7. Baby, they try to turn me on my side. Her heart rate plummets and they're like, nope, turn her back. She stops all contractions. They said she like moved and wouldn't turn her head. So all the contractions stopped. At this point, I'm like, damn, we're never having this kid. So 7 o'clock rolls around and they check me and they're like, you are not dilating past 7. Some people are saying 7 and some people are saying 6. They were like, you are not moving past this. What are we gonna do? At this point, I've been in labor for hellas. I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we need to figure it out. I want this baby out of me, okay? I'm spending my New Year's Eve in the hospital, which is fine, but nothing is happening. Nothing is progressing. They call my doctor and she's like, okay, we'll put her back on her side and just watch the baby's heart rate. It'll probably go down, but it'll come back up, which it did, because my doctor is that girl. She knows. So she told them to do that, and then they came to check me and they're like, okay, well, your cervix is still like really soft, really mushy. We're just she wants to leave you here until 3. So they do that. The contractions get worse. Like, my epidural had wore off and they had to come back and give me like another dose of it at this point, because I started to feel everything. I'm like, the drugs ain't drugging, okay? And I don't take like medicine a lot, so I barely take allergy medicine. So when the drugs is drugging, I feel it all. Baby, the drugs were doing nothing. They give me another dose of the epidural. We rotate and they're like, okay, it's gonna be time to push. Why? When it was time to push, it took me 4 songs or 5 songs real quick. I didn't tear. I didn't rip. That part was easy. Labor, piece of shit. Delivery, amazing. 5 stars. The whole experience, I wouldn't do it again. So, we have no content from inside the delivery room because it was hell. Would I do it again? No. Am I happy I did it once? Yes. Are y'all looking for more camp children? Don't. There won't be any. 33 hours of labor. The highlight of my labor experience, child, I don't even know. It's all a blur. Like, I literally had to reach deep down in my soul to think of those memories for y'all because it was extreme. Now, I do want to, I guess not preface this because I didn't say this at the beginning, but I do want to add, my experience is not your experience. It could be totally different for you. Or you could have the same experience as me. I mean, I don't know. It's really a toss-up here. All jokes aside, I am very happy with the way my body handled everything. It was definitely an experience for the books. It's beautiful once it's done. In the moment, not so much. Not at all. Now, with that being said, I do plan on being more consistent with my content. Did y'all forget? We're planning a wedding. We have a wedding in 5 months. So it's time to get active. We got the baby. We got the wedding coming. We got the house done, which y'all still have not seen, but we will make that happen when shit gets finished. It's just not done. But I'm very excited to start this new year with this new journey and this new bro bestie. If you haven't already, like this video, drop a comment, subscribe so you don't miss any updates, and I am so excited to show y'all my life journey throughout the year. If you don't already, make sure you're following the TikTok page and the Instagram page, which I will put in the description below. I'm a little bit more frequent with those, but we finna get active on here too. Okay, bye.